It is the 3rd of May. It is 1 week until Ultra Trail Snowdonia, where I am taking on the 100 miler UTMB race. I am very excited. Today is going to be a day of sorting out all my gear, so packing and checking that I've got all my compulsory gear, also making a list of food items that I'm going to buy on Wednesday, and then we are traveling up Thursday morning with Wayne, my amazing crew, and we're going to be camping at Clamberis camping site. We will put up the tent on Thursday, grab some food, and then Friday morning early go into registration for 8 o'clock. 100 milers, and we think running is a cheap sport sometimes. So I have done my layout for all my gear. I think it's just being prepared, isn't it? Especially when we're in the mountains. So this is all my gear for Ultra Trail Snowdonia. I haven't done my food yet, but this is like the basics that I'm going to take with me, as well as what I'm packing. I've got a crew with me, so all the extras are going with him. That is not the compulsory gear that we need. So yeah, you got your bowl and your collapsible bowl and your spork, a cap, waterproof trousers, the 2 sets of gloves. These are definitely, I'm just taking them with me, they're not compulsory gear. This will go with my seconder as well as this. So this is half a size bigger than these ones, which I'll start with. And I've got gaiters, I've got shocks for music, got my Kyla in the Wild glasses, and my waterproof hooded waterproof jacket. I'm going to take a spare pair of socks with me to change as needed, because I really want to look after my feet the best I can. I've got a beanie, my ID, an extra warmth layer. This is my emergency food that I'm taking with me. A buff, it's a self-adhesive bandage, my long tights, spare batteries for my 2 sets of lights. I'm going to do bottles, so I've got 4. I'm going to do 1.5 liters probably of liquid with Tailwind. 1 I'll just keep flat as a flat pack as well. Emergency bivy bag, so it's a full bag. That's going to be my emergency kit. So I'm going to take some scissors and a few other bits and pieces. Your compass. I'm taking poles with me as well, and so that takes up most of my main stuff. Obviously my pack, and then I've got some that's kind of your hot and cold weather gear. So, and then also I've got my chargers and things, and then these are all my extras that I'm going to give to my my seconder, as well as that box over there for foot care. It is Wednesday, the 8th of May, and I can't concentrate. My brain's fried. I had a really busy day at work today, treating lots of really cool people, which was great, but super busy. Only finished my notes kind of now, which is early evening, actually late evening, just from getting home, and then packing stuff or trying to, and then getting kind of last minute foods together because I'm leaving tomorrow morning with Wayne. How am I feeling? Yeah, my brain's all over. I can't wait to get going, but I just want to like pack stuff and then go. The weather is looking really good. Hold thumbs and fingers and touch everything. So I'm really excited just for this journey, and for meeting people, and for pushing through, and for looking at the beauty in Snowdonia. I just cannot wait. Yeah, so that's really exciting. I'm just a bit nervous. Yeah, I just don't want to like leave any compulsory gear at home. That's probably my biggest thing. So here we go. 10 minutes before I get picked up, and we are heading to Clamberis. It's Thursday, the 9th of May, and that's all my gear with some camping stuff. Doesn't look like a lot, but there is quite a lot there. Just a few Welsh mountains to get through. We have just put up the tent. Wayne is bringing my pack horse. He's bringing all the stuff through to the tent. We saw Jacques here, which was really cool. He came all the way up the hill to the campsite, and it is a glorious day. Oh my gosh, it is just amazing. So super blessed. And there's our tent. So yeah, it's just one night here, and then get ready to rock and roll. Registration tomorrow. But testing the waters. So we found out he's really funny.
It's when you go like, I don't actually need half this stuff. I just wanted to see what I could get you to do.
See, gonna be a fun weekend. See, this is how crew go with all the food and the concentration. And that's what we're doing. So that's what I'm packing. There's my compulsory gear. There's some other stuff.
Good morning. It is Friday the 10th of May, finally. It is a gorgeous morning. It is 6 a.m. in the morning. The birds are tweeting. The sheep are grazing. Some sheep behind us. The mountains are beautiful. And I didn't sleep. Went to bed really early just to try and get some decent sleep. And then it was a bit cold, so I put another top on, and then we had a massive snorer. No, it wasn't Wayne, next to us. But yeah, anyway, but nothing a 10-minute nap won't solve. Really, really excited. Had loads going through my mind last night as to, should I take more warm things? Should I do this? But yeah, all good. Eating a muffin for breakfast. Gonna have a cup of coffee now, thanks to Wayne. And we'll leave about 7:45 to go and register. So we've got plenty of time to do that, which is really cool. And we'll come back and then we will head back to get there for 12 and a 1 o'clock start. Deep breath. We are in Wales. How do you know? I wonder. Meh. So Wayne has just dropped me off. I'm about to head to registration. Got my massive bag and wings, because you know you gotta have wings on. But let's do this. To registration.
Yeah, so my mum and dad moved to Beddgelert when I was 2 years old. Okay.
So meeting some really cool people in the line, and we're just having some fun. But this looks very, very organised. They've got like a little container in there. You shove everything in it. Very cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, nice.
Are you all ready and set? Did you sleep? Yeah. Well done, I didn't.
Easy!
There you go. Yeah, you won't forget I'm loud enough as well.
227.
Yeah, Dawn, yeah. Yay! Picked up, so efficient, all done. Look at that. This is our team!
Hello! I'm a new team member.
Yeah, so we are, we're going to the start, not to run at this stage, but we're going to do drop bag and take photographs because that's important. Registration was super, super easy, literally aeroplane style. So yeah, it was good. It's good. How are you guys feeling?
Nervous. Excited and nervous.
¡Desde España!
Hey, there you go. Woo, woo, woo.
Yeah.
Whoop, 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 whoop. We don't quite know. We're still kind of like just moving around.
That way.
Thank you.
And the drop bag there as well, yeah?
First picture of the start line. Amazing. And from the sky, it actually looks really cool as well because you can see the UTS, which is really cool. Amazing. All the fields, so exciting. So start line, really awesome. Got the slate backing us up, beautiful weather. We've done registration here with Jacques as well, and another friend that he's been they're bunking together, which is really cool. But oh my gosh, it's all happening.
So it says blah, 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 yeah. Hey, comrade shirts, eh?
Yeah, why not? It's that.
Worn my one. Got enough of them.
Under the belt, it's going to be tough, it's going to be hard, you're going to go into dark places, you're going to be heading into a cave of pain, you're also going to head into an absolute place of
putting a
delight
really nicely
when you
paint
know that
cave,
you've actually got
everything.
this race in the can. This music down, okay.
Viking love.
Right then, let's have some hands in the air.
Like you just thinking.
Let's have some hands in the air. Okay, everyone. After 3. 1, 2, 3. No, you have to go on mic now. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's go, come on!
You are ready, guys.
Well, that was interesting. We'll get better as the weekend goes on. 1 minute to go. 1 minute. Let's get this music going, Adwell. Okay, to every single one of you here, good luck. Pob luck, as we say in Wales. This is going to be an incredible 100 miles. Are all you supporters ready? Let's get ready with our cameras, let's get ready with our support, let's get ready with our hearts. Calon Cymru, that's what we call it, because in around about 30 seconds time, 300 runners are going to embark on their trip of a lifetime as they make their way around 100 miles of incredible Eryri landscape. Let's crank it up, Harold, come on.
Have fun. Enjoy it. You too.
10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That's insane. Honduras, pretty warm. Fast start. So. Just behind, just so amazing. Heavy breathing already. 6K's in. Halfway up, I think. So. Very good. Good focus. Almost there. Not much longer. Still Clanberris. Slight breeze. Legs are on fire already. First time I've ever seen the top of Snowdon properly. Thanks guys, you're amazing!
Oh, the phone crunch.
Oh, I don't like this, you know. Oh, sorry.
No. Don't apologise. You guys do your thing, we'll get past as well. All good, all good. Thank you. Oh, well done. Your big truck. 8.3 k's in. Scrambly but amazing underfoot.
Having fun?
Absolutely. Are you? Glorious weather as well. Spectacular. So just gone through CP1 Penny Pass. Making another climb. This is another big one. Gliders, I think. I can't remember. 13 k's in. Tired. It just had liquids at the last one. So yeah, but I've taken some knock. Refueling, which is good. Let me keep going. Doing well time-wise, I can rest a little bit, but I want to just keep moving forward. I mean, look at that. Bloody monster of a hill, but beautiful view. So going 14.5 k's, that's all.
This one I've heard.
15.5 k's. Left this leg is spasming a bit at the front. It's just coming down. I think it's called the Devil's Kitchen. So we've just done another massive climb. I'm really struggling with my left foot is not cooperating completely, but yeah, beautiful. You can't actually see the steepness of this on the rocks. This is the gentle section. Most of it's like that. Basically slide down, or like the other guys have done, they've used poles going down. Yeah. Someone suggested sitting on your ass and doing it. But yeah, that was quite adventurous. But all part of the journey. Nothing like a hard downhill. 16 k's in. Hey Jacques, if you get a chance, turn around. Nice little video. Yeah. Sweet memories. Oh, this is what we're doing it for, guys. It's 20 k's in. Can't wait to get to the second CP. Not a hell of a lot of time. But yeah, we keep going.
Enjoy it.
Love you, Don.
Enjoy yourself.
Don't be shit.
Don't be shit.
This is the face of a very, very relieved Dawn. I literally flew through the CP2. I don't know how I made it with 15 minutes to go. And I could not have gone much faster. It is extremely tight. I ran when I could. I probably stopped 2 or 3 times. I didn't even stop at CP1. Like, I kept going. It's very slow going, but I went. And so epic to see Wayne and have a second and just his care and attention was amazing in like 5 minutes. So now we go up. "26 k's in, halfway up, if that. Nice bit of scramble, I think, up at the top of this one. Absolutely beautiful, but warm still. I think that's what kind of cooked me today, weirdly. Just the heat, even though it's not been super hot in South African standards. Everyone's actually noticed that.
Good job.
Well done.
Getting there, one step at a time. Sunset and not long. Secret power. Listening to some music now. It's good. Shark is there. That's where we've come from. That's where we're going. Set. We're heading down that way. There's a bit of a scramble there. You can see the guys up over there. It's scrambled down a bit. I'm feeling okay. My stomach just feels not great. I am 33 k's in. Been using the poles quite a bit, which has been great, even downhill. Got my music on, which is lovely. Yeah, just there's a few people around, not a lot. We're right near the back because we like just made the cut off, so I don't think there are many people behind me, basically. But yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, beautiful evening. I've got my gloves on. I don't actually need them on, and I put my jacket on because I just didn't want to get cold. Yeah, but yeah, struggling to eat. I just don't want anything. So I've had a few gels and I'm drinking my tailwind, but I feel a bit like bleh. I actually just want water, which is ironic. So at the next aid station I'll try to get water, which is going to be CP4 couple Keurig. I've got to get there before 2 a.m, which is 7 hours from the last one. And apparently that's quite a tight one as well. So hopefully make it, but we'll give it my best. So I've just gone past, I've got like just under 8 k's to go to get to Couple Keurig. That was like a water point, which was pretty cool. And we've just seen like the northern lights. Apparently it's an anomaly for tonight only, so got like pinky in the sky. It was amazing. It was nice to get water. I actually desperately wanted some water. I have no idea what these 8 k's look like. I think there's a bit of a climb. And we get into an aid station. This is quite hot. Couple Keurig, zombie dawn. I don't know what time it is. I think it's 1:15. This is all the people. It's actually got a bit more lively now. I need to get cracking. I'm really struggling to eat, so I'm just feeling really fatigued, which is not good. But I'm going to take some sandwiches with me and see how we go. Just come off aid station, I don't know what it is, number 5, and well, not going to be much uphill now, but yeah, want to try and make these freaking cut-offs. So aid station 5, I was with Wayne, and then aid station 6, I'll be with him again. I think between now and then there's 500 meters elevation. I have a feeling it's quite a lot of bog. I got some soup down, which is incredible because I actually feel more energized, and I made a thing to like rest for like 5 minutes. I shoved a shirt on top of me, and like it was about 6 minutes or so. But beautiful sunrise this morning. So yeah, I definitely feel more energy. I raced into the aid station. There's Mount Malshevod, so had Couple Keurig and then Malshevod, which was like Couple Keurig just never came. It was like took forever, and then Malshevod just goes on forever. But coming down was with these awesome two Belgian guys, Andy and Bob. Thank you guys, they're amazing. They showed me the way down, and it was just really awesome. And then I ran like on the road, like
I don't even know, 3Ks, but quite hard, just to kind of see if I could get a bit more time in the aid station, which I did get, so it was worth it, and I could run. There's some blisters, but the strapping's definitely helped them. There's aches and pains, but that's okay. Definitely in a brighter spirit now. I will give it my best. I'm literally chasing cut-offs, which is very frustrating. But is what it is. Right, I need to find out where I'm going. So those are all boggy bits we've been going on. At 70 Ks between 5 and 6 CP. Oh, bucket. I just don't want to carry on. Oh, I'm losing the will very quickly. Oh, but really pretty. And another gorgeous day. So I'm quite broken. 72 Ks. I'm starting to get my asthma thing now. And I just... Oh, I almost don't want to do it anymore. I don't know. So I get exercise-induced asthma, which is emotionally involved. So when I stress, I usually control it just by slowing down and controlling my breathing. I just feel I've bitten off a bit too much. I feel I've been prepared for it. I'm chasing these bloody cut-offs. Let me stop talking so I can get my breathing back. Let's see what happens.
See you later. See you later, guys. Have fun.
So I think that's Mole and Ma. I think that one, which is what we're doing now. Then we go down into Crusoe, and then we go to Connect, get on the far side. Yeah. So that's our next little bit, and then we're halfway in mileage. Finally. So where did you get? Warmish day again. Which is good. So peaceful. More Mar. Going up it. So another bus, I went down that way and I realised where we were. So yeah, we're on that side. Well, and Ma. It's beautiful. 80 k's. So this is what we've come up to, and that you can't even see is what we've just climbed. You can see the guys down there. It's steep. Top of Mole and Ma. Oh my gosh. The views are just spectacular. To get to the CP. next little adventure. Connect. So I have just might slip to my mind how to open gates. I've just come from the sorry, I've been awake for a while. Aid station, Crusoe. Really lovely staff. The UTS really have done well with what they provide, and the people, absolutely kudos to you guys. And I was basically thinking of just staying there, and I thought, well, I can't, because I promised that if I wasn't timed out, I would keep going. So I had 40 minutes, and I got down a bowl of soup, so hopefully that stays. And I got a coffee fix thing from my friend Bob. There's lots of caffeine. Yeah, slightly better mind frame. I'll keep going. We'll see how it goes from there. But yeah, this one's going to be a fun one. It's up there. It's kind of like, what an awesome day. Like, let's give it a go. Spoiled for views. So I'm trying to get to Snowdonia or whatever farm for the next aid station, which I think closes at 4. But yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen. It's already 3 o'clock now, and I'm sure we've got at least 4 to 5 Ks to go. And like, this is what I'm contending with, and occasionally getting those to try find. And like rocks, it's like the worst section with bogs and with like really poor marking as well. And I'm just so irritated and frustrated, but I definitely gave it my all, and that for me is so much more. And like, I'm going to be completely gutted because it's really unlikely I'm going to be able to get through, but it's just been so epic, with all the support as well, like from family like Glenn and the kids looking after the house and me, and all the people on the WhatsApp group have been absolutely incredible, and Wayne has been just next level with seconding and just been really awesome. And I'm just gutted. See, like this. Anyway, let me get back and see if we can get some time. So I've just left the farm, which is CP, I want to say 8. Yeah, CP 8. I got there with 1 minute to spare to be able to carry on, so I am carrying on. Thankfully there's a guy that, I was literally in tears because there was a guy that helped me. He was a runner because I couldn't see where to go, and then he helped me, and I managed to get there in time. I had to do like a road sprint. It wasn't a sprint, but in my world at the moment it was. And yeah, they managed to just fill up my bottles and get out. So I'm continuing down to Beddgelert to see Wayne. It should be an easier section. Essentially, yeah, no, it really should be. There's one big bump in the middle, I think, and it's a lovely run in Beddgelert, if it's what I think it is, along the river, because that's the one I've done. So yeah, onwards we try. This is running along to Beddgelert along the river. This is beautiful.
What do you want to know?
So, why did you enjoy this weekend? Why did you volunteer? 1 or 2 things.
Why did I volunteer? I guess starting at the beginning. So, I mean, a part of a running group that Dawn's in, rarely go to it, but then Dawn's just always popping in, and the positivity and the energy that she like is in that group. I was just like, yeah, that's somebody that I want to support. So straight away put my hand up, and then here I am, 6 months later, or wherever it is, standing on the side of a mountain.
Very cool. And what were two take-home things from this weekend, or highlights, or?
To take home, one, how awesome Dawn is. I guess let's start.
I did not tell him to say
Start with
that.
being obvious. But just like the sheer grit and determination, like, I mean, across the field, to be honest,
Yeah.
but like, you know, personified in this case by somebody called Dawn. And I just loved how kind of she just ran her race, did what she could do, and just did her best. And I guess, yeah, like for me, it's like a privilege to just be in that presence, you know, like to be in that energy, to be in that space. And, you know, to have the opportunity to share that with somebody like Dawn, but as well as like the other runners and their families and supporters as well, just wicked. So yeah, that's definitely like number one in terms of positive experience. Number two, apart from the stunning views,
Yeah, that's good.
I think there's something about learning for myself as well. You know, like everyone kind of thinks that there's like people running 100 miles and it's kind of like a bit of like self-discovery and stuff like that, but like it's an endurance test as well for the supporters. It's kind of like sleeping in the back of a car, making sure you know where you're going, you haven't got any postcodes, and you're just like trying to go down these country lanes, trying to figure out what's what. But yeah, I mean, like the community and just everyone pulling in the same direction, you know, for this greater goal is just like awesome. So yeah, kind of like, I guess when I have the time to like stop and reflect, there'll probably be some like kind of like deeper personal like kind of learnings as well. But yeah,
And give two tips for people who are crewing. So what you felt you did really well, and if there is anything you changed. From my side, spot on. I wouldn't change anything with what you did because you're incredible.
So get there early and get set up.
Yeah.
You know, like just get it, like absolutely everything, so that when they say I need this, bang, it's there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, not that you're rummaging, like, not that it's just in a bag or it's in a box. Like literally, it's like it's all there, and you go, that's where that is. That's where that is.
Yeah.
So that'd be the number one thing, just so that you know, like there's like an urgency, but like a calmness to the urgency.
Yes.
It's kind of like, you know, Dawn knows, you know, it's not like a secret, but it's kind of like projecting that kind of sense of calm while also doing everything as quickly as you possibly can.
Love it.
So like that would definitely be like number one tip. Something I would do better next time, probably bring a blow-up mattress for the back of the boat. Sleeping on a hard boot is not, oh yeah, maybe a camper van or something like that. Yeah, probably look after myself better.
Yeah.
I think I did all right with it, but I think I could just do it better. So yeah, I think looking after yourself is key, and I think that's why like those connections with the other like support, you know, the other like crew and the volunteers as well is really good, because you just get those connections, you know, and everyone kind of like I say, that positivity is just amazing. So
Thanks for volunteering. You are epic.
it's been my privilege and my honour. So yeah, anytime. Be back next year, won't we? Yes, we will, Dawn.
Yes. So it's the day after, on Sunday the 12th of May. Awesome Snowdonia behind me, and yeah, race didn't go quite as planned. I think again with these races you can learn so much. So I got to, where did I get to? Beddgelert, and I got timed out. So 113 k's into the race. Just to put that into perspective, from CP checkpoint 2, I was chasing my tail the whole way. So I was chasing the cutoffs. I knew the race would be tight and the checkpoints would be tight, especially at the beginning, and I was aware of the times. I honestly didn't think, because I ran really well in the first bit, that I would be that close to the checkpoints. And when I was coming down into the checkpoint 2, I was with a couple of other guys and we checked our watches, and if we hadn't put foot in the last kind of 3-4 k's where you could actually run fairly well, I might not have even made it then and been cut off at checkpoint 2. And then from then, literally every single checkpoint was a race of time, and it was like anything you could run that was flat, you ran. And thankfully with a couple of them, so I think going into Koppelkeurig, I think, and there was another one afterwards, there were really nice sections, like 3 or 5 k's of road leading up to it, which means it's runnable, which on this race means a lot. And I was able to run quite well on the flats and stuff. But what I found was, even on the second climb, which is under the gliders, anyway, after checkpoint 1, you climb up a massive mountain. I'll get the names afterwards. But I had no energy going up, and everyone overtook me.
and it was a hot day. I'm South African, but I'm say hot, probably early mid-20s, honestly, or mid-20s maybe, but no wind, like a very dead, you know, kind of heat. And I think that partly struggled. I'm going to write like a reflection and think of what, but I think in my mind at the moment, I think the biggest things were during the day, I didn't eat much, and I was planning on eating quite a lot. And like I was really good leading up to the race with a lot of sleep, and then the 2 days before I had a crazy work day on the Wednesday where I was very stressful and very busy and didn't sleep well, and then the night before in the tent didn't sleep at all because there was someone snoring next to us or whatever, and also the night before the race, and I just didn't eat really well. So I think that combined with the heat, I just started off and I just had very little energy. Saying that, like, my muscles feel really, really good. Like today I'm walking really well. The only reason I'm maybe not walking a little bit is because of my feet a little bit. But Wayne, epic crew, we changed socks every time I saw him, and I promise you that made all the difference with my foot care and strapping. So we did a lot of pre-strapping, and I've got one blood blister on the inside of my right foot, but apart from that they actually did really, really well. So definitely improved from when I ran the arc of attrition. So just talking through the race, and I'll probably go through it again maybe a little bit later because I can maybe get the names in front, but I'm just doing this while it's fresh in my brain, and I've got a beautiful mountain backdrop. I think so in terms of going in, I got quite a fright kind of chasing checkpoints straight away, so that was something that was always on my mind. And you can only run as fast as you can run, and on the technical it's really difficult to kind of, you know, mobilize and stuff. So when I could, I would go, you know, harder on the flats and downs. The crew made all the difference. At one point I literally was like, I need to get to the next stop because Wayne's there, and that's my current goal. And it really was encouraging to know, you know, because he's come out for me, he's taken time off for me, and that means huge amounts, and really appreciate it. And people that were supporting, and I get a WhatsApp group, so I encourage you, if you get a WhatsApp group going, I don't necessarily look at it, but I know those people are cheering me on, and then Wayne just updated them with that and how I was doing. And like all of those things just really help when because you will go down, you'll go through those dark spots. So he made all the difference with changing socks, sorting things out. He had all my food out, so when I had 15 minutes to the first checkpoint, like literally, and look, he's here. Hey
Hear my name.
Yeah, absolutely. Had everything ready while all the other runners had to like grab and go, and like just changing the socks, getting the strapping on, like literally just made a huge difference. So I knew coming from the arc that I needed a crew to even think of finishing this, and it just bears witness to how it was. So as we went on, so went through checkpoint 1 fine, actually did quite well after Flamberis, climbed really well and did well, and then I got quite a fright at checkpoint 2 where I'm screaming in with 50 minutes to go, having to then race out, not having rested, and then go on, and it was pretty much like that. Despite it being hot, it was just absolutely gorgeous, and my one thing was I wanted to see stuff, and Snowdonia is really, really special. It really is beautiful and amazing, and I always took the opportunity, no matter like how I felt, like just to really look around. And I didn't do loads of videos and stuff like you'll see obviously, but I did enough, and I did what kind of helped get through. I love the night sections. I just really enjoy the nighttime running and that solo stuff and dark and just your own space and the privilege of doing that as well. So coming off, carried on, got to Koppelkeurig, which is number 4, checkpoint 4. There's no checkpoint 3. At checkpoint 3 though, we saw the Northern Lights, which was epic and amazing. So that was very special. So that was like a water point that they had, and they had really cool music. And just a shout out to UTS guys, your crew and all your staff were absolutely next level. Everyone was happy, everyone helped out, very encouraging, and it was really, really amazing. Went through Koppelkeurig. Did a really hard run just before there. I don't know how hard it felt, like 4-minute pace, but it probably was a 6-minute pace, kilometers, to get there so that I had more time. And so I had about, I can't remember, I'd say 45 minutes. So I like lay down for like 10 minutes and just chilled for a bit, and then really fueled up as much as I could, and then kept going. My body, it was weird. So my muscles the whole way through have felt absolutely fine. I do feel like
I am strong, and it's not a muscle thing. Like, my muscles are really, really strong, and I'm really proud of my body from that. It was just feet were starting to get a little bit achy, but that also wasn't the thing. I just had low energy from the get-go, and I think that was probably my biggest thing. And I'll say why I think that might have been the case. But yeah, that's probably my biggest thing from this. I mean, today I'm walking around, nothing else much. The other interesting thing was, from the beginning, quite early on, my anterior tib on my left leg, so it's the muscle at the front of your shin, started like pulling quite badly. And I was like, oh, this could be a fun, because that was under 20 kilometers into the race. But I managed to manage it. Good thing being a physio, I suppose. And it went away, ironically. I don't know how. And then the only other thing I had at one point was a little bit of cramp in my right quad. And I think that was a little bit due to, dehydration. And then also at the time, it was quite steep. Big step ups and stuff, so my legs were going into quite acute angles and that. Anyway, going from Carpelkeurig and carried on, and the rest is kind of a little bit of blur, but yeah, there's a section just before Carpelkeurig you can run along the river, and also I couldn't run very well, and it's a flat, like as they say, freebie, and you make the most of it. So that's a section you definitely can make the most of it, and I did as best I could, and I was always trying my best, which in the end I know, and that's the one thing I can honestly say I've tried the best. Went over Molmar and went over Sheerbod, and coming down, met the most amazing Belgium guys, Andy and Bob. Shout out to you guys. Absolutely, you were amazing. Just chatting through with you, and you kept me going, and you kind of finding the way down and finding the flags. And it was my first time descending Sheerbod from that side, and oh my gosh, an eye-opener. It was dry as, it was really dry, and we were really, really fortunate. But if that was wet, it would be slippery as hell. So I can see it would take 4 times longer to descend, so then you've lost even more time. So it's just all these considerations where, yes, it was hotter this year, but there were parts that made it a lot easier. After that, I ran to an aid station quite hard as well, so I got a little bit more time in the bag, purely just from that running section on a road. I was running quite well from that point. And then from there, we go along, just trying to think what's after that. So that's when I made up with Wayne after Sheerbod, and then we go along and going to there's other sections, the other 2 sections that I didn't know very well. Yeah, fairly runnable, and just open country a little bit. Then eventually went over I think it's Molmar, and oh my gosh, I didn't realize where they'd taken us bottom from the slate all the way up, and it was just I knew the area because I'd done a little bit of recce over there. Went over, but just very little energy, and basically my mind was just going, I just wanted to give up. I was like, I don't know what the point of this is. Like, I can't. I knew the end sections, I knew what I was ahead for, but I was like, you know what, let's just keep going. And I went down to Cruiser with the idea of, I just didn't want to do it anymore. And what was going through my mind was like, well, am I giving up? Because if I'm giving up, then that's not an option, because I don't give up. And the other guys with me, the 2 guys with me, were like, they're done because of their stomachs and what have you. But I was like, well, what is my excuse? And I was running out of excuses, and I was like, well, I'm not going to say I give up. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sit on the mountain until I'm timed out. That's not me. So I got to the aid station, and the deal was, if I got to the aid, in time, and I did, I had 40 minutes, so I made it. So I carried on, and sent Wayne a distraught message, and he's like, just one step in front of the other. So that's what I did, and the group as well, I just let them know, like, struggling a bit, and just the messages coming through, and just keep going. So carried on going, and at that point I honestly just didn't, because I knew the enormity of it, and I knew I was constantly chasing the cutoffs, which is really hard, because it's not like I could go at the same pace or go slower, because then I would miss it. But it's the evidence of pushing through when you don't think you can, because from Cruiser, and I got to Beddgelert, where I was then timed out. So that's aid station, what was that? Aid station 5 to aid station 9, I think. And the difference of, being at 60k or whatever to 113k's. And like, I'm so proud of myself that I got to that point, because like, it was damn hard. And like, I literally got into Guastadana's farm like with 5 seconds to spare, and I got down. I didn't think we'd make it, and then I thought there was a way of making it, and then my watch wasn't, like, I couldn't find how it was working on the watch, and then I started to cry because I was trying to find how to get down. And then another runner, thankfully, I mean, just godsend, came out, and he was like, because the flags were awful, the marking on that little section wasn't great, and went in the bogs and that next section to get down to the farm, and he said, no, it's down here, and we went, and the 2 of us were just pacing. And then
you kind of like, okay, what's the time? And then they get to a road section. I thought, well, if I'm going to give my all, so I was buggered, but I just ran up this road and I made it in with like 5 seconds to spare. And then the guy's like, you got to grab your water and go. So I did that. And because I said if I make the checkpoints, I'll keep going. And yeah, then with Beddgelert, I knew, one, I probably wouldn't make it, just because, but also just I knew I couldn't give much more, and I knew the next section was a really, really big section, and I didn't want to get stuck on the mountain. But yeah, I didn't make the next section, but I'm so proud to say that I pushed through, and I definitely did 100%. Like, I gave it everything, absolutely everything, and I think that's the bottom line for me. And so for me, this is like my proudest race, and this is a race that, like, yeah, I couldn't have done it without the team. And I think that's the thing with this sport, isn't it? It's some people think it's an individual sport, and it's far beyond that. It's really not. But yeah, just huge shout out to everyone, and just thanks for all the support, and thanks for just encouraging and believing in me. And yeah, I mean, someone's like, oh, are you booking it next year? I'm like, nah, I don't know. And Wayne very succinctly said, yeah, we'll have a conversation maybe for a bit later, which is good, because I think time has to settle, and you relook at things and how can I do things differently. So I think those are a couple of things, some things that I think would have influenced the day. I definitely think the heat was one of them, but from the get-go I was very like low. I think the sleeping, I might actually plan to take 2 or 3 days off before a big event, because it's actually probably more important than after, because you want to be as ready as you can and take away variables that might, cause other stuff, like bad sleep and things like that. And then also I need to definitely plan my nutrition a hell of a lot better. I think leading up to it, it's the one area that I really need to work on, and it takes time, and I do know some of it, but I think I want to definitely invest more in that. So that's something I'm going to work on, and also then plan out to eat more, just more stuff just leading up to it as well. And then the other thing is I want to look at more strength training. Even though my body feels really good, I just wasn't powering up the hills very well. I think that was partly because of the lack of energy, but yeah, I think that's something definitely that I need to look at as well. So I'm going to look at getting a race vest or just running with a weighted pack. So that's one thing I do want to do, and then I will look at some strength training as well, specifically with that. But as I said, my legs feel really good today, and for what they did over the last 2 days, and that they're not smashed, like, I am strong, but I want to see how I can get stronger and really push through that next little bit. So those are my take homes. My feet in the end were a bit rubbish underneath because they got wet and they were all crunkly up and stuff. And again, I change socks in that regularly. I don't know how I'd maybe change that more. It's just my feet tend to do that. Maybe have some powder on me a bit more in the aid stations that Wayne wasn't there. But yeah, that's kind of my take home at the moment. But I'm super proud, and the last thing is this is definitely a race that, like, I'm most proud of, because I pushed beyond what I've ever been able to push before. So yeah, let's see what's next.